No problem. The rule of law and every in every place be able to listen to you. We have the Ministry of Justice, all of the security of better people who would deal with them and with all other people who are right now. We just want to say, so, uh, this, people are problem. Uh, That's all I have to tell you. Happy that you are here. Do not disappoint yourself. You all have to get a conscious choice to step in these trying times to provide support for the different communities. It is an honor. Providing the service of protection means the world. And what you're doing today is a contribution towards the advancement and the development of this nation. And history will remember you very kindly. We want to thank each and every one of you for the sacrifice that you're making, and of course, importantly to your family, because it's at the expense of your families that you stand here to make this wonderful sacrifice to keep the people safe. As we all join together to create community for this country, it is our prayer that the collective effort of each and every one of you will resound throughout the country, other than not just in the area of security, but to stand up patriotically to be able to make a contribution for that Nigeria we want to see. We all want to see a beautiful Nigeria. But how do we get there? How do we get there? We all just want to hold our hands to see it happen. You are a step up today. I want to say high five to you, to your family, and to the men and women that are for me. I want to see that you are signed up to receive pay to serve your country. Your compensation doesn't match your service. And it is of that dedication and that passion that you have for this country that you give it day by day. We will continue to push for our welfare together. This government has committed that they're going to ensure that the security sector will be prioritized. Because this is the main one of this nation. There can be no peace and economic development without security. So we will continue to push for your welfare, continue to provide the necessary incentives that are needed to people to activate, make you to be able to do that for your physiological needs. I stand with you all today, and I stand on the power march to the development of this nation.
Parades during Gala Day, graduation, and WASP celebration. Monrovia, Liberia, June 18, 2025. The Ministry of Education and the Liberian National Police jointly informed the general public, school administrators, students, and parents that effective immediately, strict enforcement of regulations banning street parades during school gala day programs is underway across all counties. This collaborative effort stems from growing concerns over student safety, public disturbances, and repeated violations of the ministry's clearly outlined directive in the 2024-2025 academic calendar. Over the years, unsanctioned and chaotic street parades, often involving minors, have led to preventable injuries and threatened public order. Despite consistent reminders, some schools continue to organize such unauthorized activities. To clarify, this is not a complete ban on the celebratory activities. Schools are encouraged to organize celebrations in safe, controlled environments or other large areas. These venues help ensure that students are without exposure to traffic hazards or disorderly conduct. Provisions under the Liberia 15, the Penal Law, Section 17.3 and 17.4, and the Liberia Education Reform Act of empowers the government to safety and protection and lawful conduct. The following measures shall be strictly enforced. The Liberian National Police will deploy officers to monitor and prevent street parades associated with Gala Day celebrations in all 50 counties. Any organization or group found in violation will be held accountable in accordance with the national law and ministry regulations, subject to legal penalties outlined in the Ministry of Education Annual effective immediately. Graduation and completion celebrations will also be monitored and regulated by the government. The police will not tolerate threatening or dangerous behaviors, including sitting atop vehicles, driving or moving vehicles, or engaging in conduct that would be the ministry and the Liberia National Police emphasize that this measure, these measures are not intended to stifle celebration, but to ensure that students can work actively outdoors in a safe, respectable, and organized manner. We call on all school administrators, parents, and students to cooperate fully and uphold the standards of safety and discipline expected within the institution. Our priority will be protection of the child and promotion of safe and secure learning environment for all. Let us work together to uphold the law and order while safeguarding the future of our future, our children. Something this day under the head of Dr. Minister of Education of Liberia and Jennifer Liberia National.
Time, another opportunity. You and I, the good, the bad, all the people, to benefit from the 24 hours. My question to you, have you let him make a man poor, intelligent, and bring him wealth? Papa Gandhi said, in a culture, the difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing. Today is Thursday, day before the start of the weekend. We are gearing up for the weekend. Too many things happening now. And there's a need that we talk about these things. Strictly, the young people. If you call yourself people leaders, what are you doing at this moment to prepare that future of your vision? Are you going to be doing business as usual? eternal island, will you always be there to be that battle chair? While those people that are carrying the Jericho children outside of the country, empowering themselves to return while you still remain with battle chair. As usual on the show, we bring you the passage from the Bible International Airport, the basic commodity price. Our health tip, the traffic movement in and around the world. Also, here, one of the edition of the Voice of the Positive Show. My name is Rufus Devon Connect. I need to know how to press along India. Of course, destined for this. You're playing to and so confident. As I said before, the back of the phone. Also represent myself and the country as well. So whatever I do has a reflection of my association. This content that should be as journalists of ethical standards. Global profession journalism and preserve on the handle misinformation, disinformation, not enough. Right, as journalists shouldn't say what I think that we say activity followed by commercial commitment. We come back. Welcome to the
It's what extra small money for the things that you not expect. Let me tell you something. Home loan is fast and easy way to be free with money problem. Home loan, the new way of taking care of things without getting money. The first thing you gotta do is to register now. Star 156 star 5 hash and you will select extra cash. Oh man, now easy tell you that. Home loan, they're not gonna give you money over. They can make you strong financially. Momo loan na your fallback position. That your dependable. Don't get it. Don't wait. Don't register today and control your money per hour with Momo loan. Momo loan, extra money for things that are important to you. Thank you. Those unexpected expenses. Introducing Momo loan, the quick and easy solution to financial freedom. Momo loan is your cash flow, extra cash if you need it, offering you the quick financial support for things that truly matter. It's simple. First, you gotta register. Just dial *156 start and select extra cash. And remember, with Momo loan, we are not just giving you cash, we are empowering you with knowledge for a greater financial feature. Momo loan is your cash flow, extra cash when you need it. Let's go. So don't wait. Get started today and take control of your finances with Momo loan. Momo loan, extra cash for the things that matter.
Rapid draw. Get ready to win amazing prizes every month. We are giving away fantastic prize package. A stunning 48-inch smart TV, a 4-month data subscription of your choice, and a 4-month Netflix account, all in one package for our lucky winner. How can you enter? It's easy. Don't start self subscribers. Dial 255 star 455 and follow the simple instructions. The Big Show Raffle draw starts on June 30th, and the first draw is August 1, 2025. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. For just 250 Liberian dollars, you could be the lucky winner. The more you play, the higher your chances of winning. It's the Big Show Raffle draw. You can't afford to miss it. Powered by Win Liberia and Love FM 105.1. For more information, call 0886 946151 or 0778 249053, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's the Big Show Raffle draw. You can't afford to miss it.
My brother God can bless anybody.
But yes, we can also advertise your goods and services right here on the program. You can also be the proud sponsor of our unique programs we have here, very educated, informative, right here on Love Radio 105.1. So you are there this morning. We'd love to say good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Those of you following us via the live feed, time zone, but we say good morning, good evening. Sound of my voice, listening to the radio, viewing our live feed, we need to a wonderful seed, your seed. Some of you without saying, I want to encourage you every morning, make sure say because worry is evil. A lot of evil every time you see the dying of a new. I thank you because it's before you. Trust in turning out to be the back. So if you sit there and because yeah, only encouraging you change that mentality and build a personal relationship. Yes, a lot of evil things happen. A lot of evil things. That's unique to can to build. That said, all of us share the show. Tell a friend. It's going to be more. Um, our weather report. Uh, things. Today is the shower. Um, of rain and precipitation is 35%. Humidity is the wind is 40 per hour. So we need to put ourselves, prepare ourselves. That's why we always say, do um, yeah, like we be appointed what the weather have for us. Yeah, but I tell you this. So that's why we beyond what we find out, educate you from the port. All right, let's move on to prices of assets on the Liberian market. Um, so for $8 for fuel, um, it's for $850 for uh, gasoline prices. We also have our flash sales. Today, our flash sale, thanks to Trader 24, providing us as always the flash sales they have Harvard International Airport. Begin with Ethiopian Airlines at ET932 from Conakry arrived at the Rivers International Airport 9 this morning. Airpeace EQ7536. We arrived at Rivers International Airport at 5 this evening. Kenya Airways, Kenya Airways flight KQ508. We arrived at the Rivers International Airport at 5:40. That's the Rivers International Airport. Africa Airlines, Africa flight KP20, Accra, Ghana. We arrived at the Rivers International Airport at 5:50. This quickly we move on to departures from the Rivers International Airport. Ethiopian flight 898 will depart the Rivers International Airport at 10:45 this morning for Addis Ababa. Airpeace flight 347537 will depart the Rivers International Airport at 6:15 this. Lastly, for departures from the Rivers International Airport, Airpeace will be departing the Rivers International Airport for Accra, Ghana, while Kenyan Airways, Airways will depart the Rivers International Airport at 6:40 this evening for Accra, Ghana, flight KP509. So as for our flights at the Rivers International Airport, if you're a little tip or tip segment this morning, we encourage all of us to make sure to all we need to do is look question after saying your word of get a cup of water. So, that water. It's very healthy. It's very Hmm? Drink water. That's all. Drink water helps heart, keep functioning well. Of energy drink. Let me make you to understand. Energy drink people have found no means of making people control, but we need to make our people help stop the consumption of the dark that has a serious high content of caffeine. Energy drink has a serious high content of no. People are taking that caffeine, but a lot of health wise needs to keep it at it causes heartburn. Just name it for some of you drivers, especially you, the drivers. You are driving, say, no, I don't want to be off. I want to be energetic. I want to live. Energy drink. Keep it up. My brother, you are killing yourself slowly. You are killing yourself warm of energy. It's not healthy for you. Know that the time you prevent yourself from sleeping, you know that the body needs rest. So at least 3 to 4 hours. So this message Also, we're going to do sleeping 8 hours. Fast. Sleep the first 4 hours, get that body to recalibrate. Then the 9 hours, take it. Go 4 hours again. So in a day, you have your 8 hours. That is required for you to rest. Hmm? Do not strain yourself. All that energy during the taking. Let me just give you an example, hmm, so that you can try it for yourself. Take, hmm, the raw meat, place it in a bowl. Take that energy drink, full drink, actual energy drink, that raw meat. The most of that, some of you say you are chemists. Yeah, you do this stuff. Yeah, the energy drink with the calao or the you get in this time. Because it's pasty, all those things together. Go to the hospital. Go and see the number of people who are coming down with kidney problems. Go and see. Go and do your own report with all those in your system. You know, that's why a lot of young people are coming down with kidney stones. All people are coming down with all sort of diseases to, to because things that you consume, my alcohol, reduce your intake of alcohol. It's causing serious problems. What alcohol does, brain cells. Yes. Again, drink good water. And not like what kind of alcohol you get. And some of you that say, ha ha, bang bang in. Look at your physical hmm? Look at your physical appearance. You are tolerating it up. You just feel. And you don't have to eat. Then you take level of alcohol. Cooking your liver, you are cooking your kidney, you are damaging your inner body. Please, my brother, my sister, avoid our intake of alcohol. You know that alcohol, but too much of one thing is good for nothing. So I encourage you to please healthy, get familiarize yourself with fruits. Get familiarize yourself with banana, oranges, the grapes, and the carrot. Get one of the good things, avocado. It will help, especially for us, because it makes serious impact in our life. Milk, get the avocado, eat it, help you in so many ways. Get the banana, orange, hmm? The grapes, those things. Put them in things. Rest, no, take a right, do that. Go and check. Do the heavy weight. You just feel all kind of thing. Check. Never get so hard. It is starch. You jump and butter. It has cholesterol. And then healthy. Eat healthy. Let's say good morning to see news guys here following us on and maybe motivation. Someone following in thanks well for this morning going with us. Please all work tight on yes. All work on these for you. As women oh, is not healthy for you. No, for you. Who go in depth. We want to hear on us on Fridays, Wednesdays. Uh, where we go in depth the effect wearing tight on the. So let's go to our traffic movement. Let's give you. Make sure you report unusual movement in your community. Make sure you report unusual movement in your community. Familiarize yourself with numbers from the nearest depots. Familiarize yourself with the various numbers from the nearest police depot. You have a family member who is in the security sector, they can help you get most of those numbers so that whenever there is anything that happens, crime, you can quickly bring the post out on time. So now, parents, kids, for practicing the kids leaving the homes, make sure you know who your child is going out with. Make sure that that child early so to avoid being doing the late evening hours. And parents, equal nowadays to prepare which the robbers are using ritualistic killings are using people trapped. So you can see me sitting down in the care, you relax. They are the worst people nowadays. The people know that people can you so relieve when somebody dress up. The criminals you are these days. So don't be so comfortable. Your females or the person where there are a lot of challenges as brands in their strategies, they themselves are creating things to advance themselves. Criminals, you just say, now you see somebody they're not criminal. The criminal are even more than you are. The person well, they can live in your home. Make sure to tell the children, come help you and say, oh, your man say, let that person place a call to hmm, that person place a call to you. The children should give their phones to the person to make a call. Or say, oh, call your man, I get money in my phone. If you don't have money in your phone, no, then I'll talk to you. The evil people are on the increase. They got using they that put their shoulder or they can have a touch on them. What they want to do, they will do. At the end of the day, because of their speed. So children, they are leaving the homes. Make sure they can be harming here. Let them call me. They put the phone on speaker. Then talk. Anything that has to do other than that, so mama not here. Mama can't even come back. Don't have too much to talk with strangers. All right. So our vehicular traffic movement is very interesting and important to us. We know that the road construction, the rural areas are on full um, limited now because of the It's raining cats and dogs. Most often nowadays, our folks who are doing the road construction, they are a little bit when sunshine get to move, but when it is raining, all of the equipment to our folks, please let us do all we can to find the little sunshine so that we get relief in those areas that it's traffic. Right? Right? So like the so on the second page, um, they have fast road, they are doing a script for the season that a serious in the Bourgeois Island and so we say on to all we can. Like, yes, road connectivity is very important. It add value farm to market roads. Farm to market roads when they are prepared, their produce um empowered. Yeah, we will definitely we say the government initiative will be cooperative. So from the Rivals International Airport, yeah, from the Rivals International Airport, no, my friend, that the road is under construction. There are other parts of the road that still in the facing. So with the CC, limit yourself to the hurry, Pastor. Please, lives and property, very important. Take time. What get it? You know, because most of the house is deep curves. While you are feeding, that could be healthy. You may plunge yourself in a vehicle that will add to your lives and property to get joining. So, having said, when you are coming from the Rivers International, for how we get around the rehab area, right, former president, to our president drive, that's the president back of it, up to the deeper part of area. You can also have access to GSO, you can also have access to the market. You need to do is turn on your left. When you turn on your left, you're heading to junction around the Commerce gas station. So go turns on your right. That leads to the end. Then after your end. So driving through as far as the parking area, have access to Painesville, LIA. Yes, driving through on to the ERW junction, get to Pearl Junction, was get right through the AB Toba Road. That will lead you through W Junction. So that when you get around the ERW corridor, traffic lights are operating, so you have no time observed the traffic with serious dissatisfaction. I've realized and I've seen times, two times violating the traffic light on court. It is not right. If we can praise other countries to be law abiding, we ourselves will also follow it so that our country can be on par with other international countries. Hmm? Traffic light red, it means wait while the go ahead the other side. avoid getting yourself into accident because this movement, while others are right away, and you just both in contact with another vehicle, and it may cause serious accident. For motorcyclists, you are no exception to the traffic light. Abide by it. Do not be violators. Abide by it. These are the same violation you continue to do, and at the end of the day, you are restriction. Be law abiding. It is your own country. The power of the government that governs the traffic. So let's go home. So, for those of you coming from the Kakata Highway, want to have access to Busher Island, or if you get around the market area, turn right, drive through. You have all the hotel for part of Johnson. When you get to Johnson, leave as far as the driver's market, driver's market, Jacksonville, Quebec. Quebec gonna take they're gonna take you off for a while. How well? You're in the Bourgeois Island car. The Bourgeois Island side want you to have access to the Kingsville side, to Canada Highway, which is very easy. The road, perfect. Mhm. Let's move on. For those of you coming to that, when you get access to Development Boulevard, you have to screen yourself. When you drive on the right to play the complex, that's what leads to the deeper part of the Peloton. That community is called Peloton. Parkland Francis. I'm going to take you up. Get behind the help. Right on board. It's going to take you up the intersection of the Peloton Back Road and Development Boulevard. Very that place is that happy. All right. So now, if you think you can make it, drive to opposite the SKD school complex, go right there. That is the exit for the drive to SD Copper Junction next with the talking Boulevard. So that will be the checkpoint right there. Movement vehicles or movement a little bit because vehicles on the Boulevard have the right of way and drive through, get until you like to get on the Boulevard. So the traffic around that corridor and they go Boulevard Junction. Boulevard Junction gonna take you off the airport area gonna lead to Catholic Junction. Reach Catholic Junction, you have to face no region about the house road intersection there. A bit of Catholic Junction, main Road Junction around the market area and head on and the Vamoma corridor. Vamoma, reach the Vamoma, you do not want to be kept on the traffic, just drive to Vamoma, use by way of LP shortcut, Barrels Brothers Ground, as far as the Piama, the Avenue area, as far as connecting with Alexandria. You're training yourself because you use the internet as you are. There are times in which people right now, this morning, right around the 19th Corner Street area. The 19th Street is 19th. The 19th Street area. Vehicles coming to town are not accessing most of them. But what they are doing, they have in the avenue from the beach side where the water is holding. You know what they do diverting us? Police have come traffic. All right, we have traffic along the 9th Street, along the push as far as foreign affairs. Let me say this to our travelers. Around the foreign affairs, corridor, we know that passengers down where you have and affairs mid part of the road. Yes. And when you are parking off, make sure you not the, the way, the right of that gives access to people who are living on Stella Maris and to the main overpass. Not block the road, extension are waiting for you before you put the passenger down and get going. No, stop. Give access to those people. Let's take it from the Bourgeois Island side. The Bourgeois Island side, you have access, like I said, Carwell, you can use that side and go as far as Painesville. So when you are coming towards the Freeport area and you do not want to be mixed up in the congestion of the traffic, all you need to brace yourself, drive to Middlemago or Jamaica Road, Cotton Creek Green, drive upward towards Mental. Look on your far left. There's a road that is called the Doak. Is going to give you access to the Tarrytown. Tarrytown going to give you access to Bartown. No, that corridor is a residential. It is clustered. Densely populated. So your speed will be 10, 15 kilometers. Avoid overspeeding in that corridor. Avoid overspeeding in that corridor. So head on. You want to use the main triple route. Experience of traffic be there. So the traffic direction will definitely be. And our friends on the Somalia, what they call the Japan Freeway. We want to have access to so we have Boulevard area drive to the second Boulevard on the access. The main traffic. We conclude on vehicle traffic movement in and around Bovia. Before we take leave of you on this segment, we want to say to all of you motorcycle drivers, please make sure, especially you, the driver of motorcycles and bus, make sure you have a trash can. Make sure to have a trash can in your vehicle. Get caution the passengers while they sit in the car. They shouldn't throw dirt in the street. While they sit in the vehicle, they shouldn't throw dirt in the street. For any reason, if you do not have a trash can in the vehicle, all they need to do, that anyone that they still let them place that dirt right in the car, destination, take the car, put that dirt reference area, and get going on your second. Avoid caught because you have special way that will be implemented. You can see throwing dirt in the street, you'll be fine. Then you, the driver, will bear the penalty for that. You should have those little trash. Nico. Now, let me say to Monrovia City College, yesterday I took a call in the central Monrovia. The guy always said, amidst the challenges, we have prospects. It is very important that we earmark some of these things and see them be on record. Not to be tight-lipped when we see the wrong, not to be tight-lipped. Right? Done. Hmm? We are all into this. That's why we say, not that we stand, but that we fall. Let us stop criticizing the things that are not in the range of politics. I want to Mr. Siafa, the city mayor, to please. I know there are some issues there at the Monrovia Corporation, but people at it. They don't make up resources. We need to be very proactive. What am I saying? Looking at rights, I think people that is on the main road, and it takes longer time before these rights are removed. Right in the Cinco area here, right around end, we have a stockpile, which of course, before they are removed, which we want to say is not healthy. There are a lot of things that do happen, diets are placed, are placed through all sort of disease and stuff like that. We cannot have the city in this kind of healthy. Took a tour yesterday in Central Monrovia, and it broke my heart. I think at the intersection of Randa and Ashmore Streets, right where you have the LBDR heading towards the Echo Bank area, going down Randa Street. That place do have a small part of that stay the longest. That place is the city center, crying out loud. That place is the city center. Everyone tune in the morning to the city center and see a major street, our capital, with a huge top part of that. Mr. Sapa, the mayor, please get the sanitation team to people at allow the diet to grow mounting before we get right where the guys are selling when you go into next street area, people going to the overhead, and then right in that Ashland and the Randall Street intersection, a huge part of that. I've contacted one of your employees. We made a lot of time. I've contacted the team. Today, I'm going to go verify as to whether action has been taken. And next presentation, I'm going to do a video tip of those major areas that we have cut out of lines. Couldn't be, we have to publish it here on various platforms. The be proactive. Let us stop politicizing. Uh, Let us stop doing things, that will our country. Yes, let us all help get it clean. Let us all help to keep our environment safe, and keep the environment, that fresh air. You know, when you, especially when I'm going towards the 9th Street area, how people know, because that area where you have the gap, the scent is not healthy at all. Please let the guys who see people take care, stop them back around. The longest those that should stay down there a day. Let us drive up, put it in as we meet, as they remain. That's how the people will continue to be throwing in that place, the dump site. First they had that right at the intersection here, 10th Street. The folks on the 10th Street here, they complain, now, after protest, now, area. Please, citizens themselves, mind. Let us avoid these kinds of things. Let us start politicizing all these kinds of things that are not to be a part of your politics. And hey, something that you yourself will take care of. You politicize it, and at the end, so we're done with that. Let's go for social commitment. When we come back, we get on to our next topic. Yeah, get on to our next topic from this morning on the Positive Show. If you just joined us, this is Love FM, and this is the Positive Show. Right on the favorite dial. We are live on Facebook, Love TV Live. Are you ready for the chance to win big? Love FM 105.1, Win Nigeria, presents the Big Straw Raffle Draw. Get ready to win amazing prizes every month. We are giving away fantastic prize packages. A tuning for the 8-inch smart TV, a 4-month data subscription of your choice, and a 4-month Netflix account, all in one package for a lucky winner. How can you enter? It's easy. Don't start self subscribers. Now, 255 or 5 patch and follow the simple instructions. The Big Show Raffle draw starts on June 30th, and the first draw is August 1, 2025. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity for just $250 Liberian dollars. You need the lucky winner. The more you play, the higher your chances of winning. It's the Big Show Raffle draw. You can't afford to miss it. Power by Win Liberia and Love FM 105.1. For more information, call 0886 9461 or 0778 249053. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's the Big Show Raffle draw. Can't afford to miss it.
God can bless anybody.
If you want extra small money for the things that you're not expecting, let me tell you about Momo Loan. It is fast and easy way to be free with money problem. Momo Loan, you are taking care of things when you not get money. The first thing you gotta do is to register star 156 star 5 hatch, and you will select extra cash. And man, I want easy credit there. Momo Loan, they're not just giving you money, they are making you strong financially. Momo Loan are your fallback position. That you're dependable. Go get it. Don't wait. Go register today. And control your money per hour with Momo Loan. Momo Loan, extra money for the things that are important to you.
Okay. Let's advertise our goods and services right here. Love Radio 105.1. one days breakfast and then show your info breakfast Friday, Monday to Friday, and I'm here Tuesday to first in my morning. This is one of our talking. Yesterday there was a joint about the Ministry of Education and uh, the Liberia National Police. We had the Minister of Education and the Inspector General of National Police. They came up with a very strong worded press release. And this is don't find it. Listen, turn on decision made by education.
June 18th, 2025. The Ministry of Education and the Liberian National Police jointly informed the general public, school administrators, students, and parents that effective immediately, strict enforcement of regulations banning street parades during school gala day programs is underway across all. This collaborative effort stems from growing concerns over student safety, public disturbances, and repeated violations of the ministry's clearly outlined directive in the 2024-2025 calendar. Over the years, unsanctioned and chaotic street parades, often involving minors, have led to preventable injuries and threatened public order. Despite consistent reminders, some schools continue to organize such unauthorized activities. To clarify, this is not a complete ban on the celebratory activities. Schools are encouraged to organize parades and celebrations in safe, controlled environments such as sports pitches, town halls, stadiums, or other large open areas. These venues help ensure that students can mark important milestones without exposure to traffic hazards or disorderly conduct. In accordance with provisions under the Liberian Constitution, Article 15, the Penal Law, Section 17.3 and 17.4, and the Liberian Education Reform Act of 2023, which empowers the government to take necessary actions in the interest of public safety, student protection, and lawful conduct. The following measures shall be strictly enforced. The Liberian National Police will deploy officers to monitor and prevent street parades associated with Gala Day celebrations in all 15 counties. Any school, organization, or group found in violation will be held accountable in accordance with the national law and ministry regulations, subject to legal penalties outlined in the Ministry of Education and Rural Affairs. Effective immediately, graduation and WASP completion celebrations will also be monitored and regulated by the Liberian National Police. The police will not tolerate reckless or dangerous behaviors, including students sitting atop vehicles, dancing or moving vehicles, or engaging in conduct that involve their lives. The ministry and the Liberian National Police emphasize that these measures are not intended to stifle celebration, but to ensure that students can mark academic milestones in a safe, respectable, and organized manner. We call on all school administrators, parents, and students to cooperate fully and uphold the standards of safety and discipline expected within the education system. Our priority remains the protection of a child and promotion of a safe and secure learning environment for all. Let us work together to uphold the law and order while safeguarding the future of our nation, our children. On this day, under the hand of Dr. Joshua Makajala, Minister of Education, Republic of Liberia, and Honorable Gregory Coleman, Inspector General Liberia National Police. Thank you.
So that's it. Measure. I can record the issue of parade at schools doing the kind of festivity into a heart during the time of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. This measure was put in place that avoid a lot of expenses all these things that come with the Gather Day celebration where students be seen all in the street. It's a good thing. Hmm? Let's say this. It's a good thing for, one of the best days during your schooling, one part of a segment of Gather Day celebration where people want to be in the major, people want to be in the special unit, and they are all units created nowadays doing these festivities. But we do not see the safety aspect of the Gather Day celebration where we are being the consideration the security aspect. Now, during these activities, notice that a lot. Let us begin with the movement of our society. Notice that nowadays parents, there are some parents who are strict to the record, following on the dress code of their children. But there are some parents absolutely they don't care. So schools are meant to build citizens for the best they can be for society. But nowadays, our schools, most of our schools, the authorities only care about making the money. They're not looking at the values, moral values, spiritual values that they should impart in these students to make them responsible students. That's why I continue to call on the minister and the Ministry of Education to reintroduce the teaching of civics in our school. Civics teaches morals. It teaches a lot in making students responsible. You will get to know as a citizen when you are studying civics. You get to know as a citizen your roles and responsibilities to the public. And even too, you know, because we are not teaching civics in our schools, there are lots of things that are happening. A lot is happening. The students are dressing indecently, going to school. Why would a young man dressed from his house, put his uniform trouser down to his buttock, and he say going to school? Then school authorities allow such a dress code. That's what I always love to give it up for Leo Simpson. When Leo Simpson of who mentioned. Since some of us open our eyes on our own man, way down the line and up to present, that moral standing is there. The moral value is there. There's still one student from here who dressing decently wearing Mr. Leo Simpson uniform, where you see he charges down to his butt. Oh no, you won't see that. And parents don't care. Some of you parents, you see your kids dress up that way. You don't. And moreover, some of the things that they are now doing, they will go and reduce the uniform trousers and make it they call it a skinny pants that you will see all the shape and thing. The girls will reduce, they'll cut their sides very short. All these the morals of our society need to be upheld. Students will just dress decently to go to school. Who's monitoring? Who's monitoring them? There must be a form of monitoring and evaluation. NCSS, that's a role to play. Do the monitoring and evaluation. Because these public schools, people who do not have the heat, they find themselves sending their children. The children that is saying, oh, we don't have government school, so I think we can come out of government school. Come home. You must put these strict measures into place. When you are a student, you are a student. You go to school, let your pastor stick to the waist as a male. Ladies, your jumper or your skirt, stick to your waist. Make sure that that jumper or that skirt cross your knee. It shouldn't be above the knee. Oh, thank God for at least in our own era, where school, I don't know about now, the Catholic institutions are doing. When we were back at Catholic high school, vice principal, Mr. Tosia Peters, wherever you are, I salute you, sir. He was very strict to the point. You dare go on his back at Catholic high school campus, let one go on board. You will be spent a total time. Always used to carry on that thing. Now, sucks. That's why you see people grow up now. There's the way they grow up because their school actually plays a role in molding the mind of citizens, molding the minds of the future leaders. Now they don't care for a student to be tardy. The tardiness, when there is a pressure put in place in the schools, and not just dress anyhow, you will see people dressing modest. When that child grows up under the administration and knowing the importance of dressing modestly, trust me, even out of school, he or she will maintain a modest form of dressing. Oh, yes, he or she will maintain that modest form of dressing. Where are we coming from? With you dress up in uniform. You see the man, you tell the uniform. Oh, for heaven's sake, man. Your uniform trouser, you know your body. Then you say you go to school, bro. How are you learning that? It's not all about academics. You go to school to learn morals. That's why you see a lot of people even occupying government positions or public positions. They lack morals because most of them they walk through the schools without obtaining moral value. So you cannot get the moral values from your respective homes. The school should be there to instill those moral values because you're not just going to those institutions to acquire academic, it's not all about the academics. You go to school to learn a lot. Morals also these days we don't care. And then in our institutions, you find that people who are providing knowledge to the students, You sit in the very classes, instructional periods. You provided the lesson. And then, take, for instance, you have 50 students in class. Amongst the 50, you have 30 pay, 20 pass, be proud. Yeah. You, the instructor, you must be called by the authority to know why that number of students are filled. You must be called. Because normally, when the students are grabbing the lesson, understanding the lesson, so hard for them to fill the bags. And when these students feel, it sends a negative picture. Literally, it sends a negative picture on you, the instructor. You have failed. Because bulk of the students, you have 30 students in the class and 30 fail, 20 pass. Then you say you not do something. You need to grow. You need to be part of the process. Because the students are not going to learn. So you need to put a strategy that these students will understand the lesson. You know, we have categories of people. You have the slow learner, you have the fast learner, the middle learners. For the fast to pick up and quick to forget. Some people they hard to pick up and hard to forget. Yeah, the middle, they are in between. So you as an instructor, you must have that mindset. When you see the student not performing well, have one-on-one conversation. That's why we say the Ministry of Education, you have a lot of role to play. You have a lot to play in the minds of the citizens, most especially our public schools, because the public schools require more people, the low earners send their children to those public schools, and the public school shouldn't be seen as a place there that the dump side, you're just getting there. No. When somebody graduates from a public school, he or she can compete with a private school. Public school, nothing good to count on it. No. There are a lot of people now that we hear around here that are making impact in society. They came from public schools. So let us put our emphasis in doing the right thing. Let us standard be set from the public schools, the private schools. You people there at the MCSF, all you do is to fight among yourselves and you know, do all kind of things. You listen. There's this huge marketing ongoing. They're buying this one, all the people. Come on. You need to put the simple check. That's why you see people just have the mentality when it is public thing, like government thing, they'll come up. They have no use. They cannot be maintained. So people carry that kind of careless kind of mind because they did not learn the moral values from home, going to school. All the years they stay in school, they never acquired that moral value. That's why some of us appreciate our parents, though they are very good, with the moral values they instill in us. It's not still going back. We're not perfect, but we don't just get ourselves involved into all sort of indecent things because but every time you want to engage into those things, it's not going to happen. You have a memory that, oh, you just that, oh, oh my, or the papa stay around. Yeah, you still feel, you still have that feeling that, oh, the woman around or the papa around, but they are no more. You have grown up to be a man. You have grown up to be a woman. So that discipline they instill in you, that family value, is what you're going to carry to the society. Now, that's why I point all these churches around here, the religious leaders around here. We are not playing our respective roles. Back in the days, we listened to our parents, they told us stories. The discipline that they got during that era, they were coming in. 1% of it we are not getting. Because when a child goes to school and get involved with the wrong thing, and that child is disciplined at the school, but he comes home and there the parent hear what he or she have done to the school. Another discipline action will be taken against or her. You think that child will want to remain in that same disobedient form of manner? No, because when you get disciplined in the school, get disciplined at home, even in the street when you misbehave, somebody, some elderly one are there to discipline you. You see yourself growing up modestly. But now that the society is so vulnerable, even parents, they are backing the things that the children what about doing. This child misbehaved at the school and he's been punished or she been punished. Why you be my child for? Man, you never take my child. You can't be my child for. My child, but at the end of the day, you are telling that child what you have done is good, so they can do it again. That's why we see even corruption. You find a child in the school, that child getting involved in practicing activities. The next thing you already have the mind to steal or to cheat is the best thing. So that's why they go to public offices. They steal and they feel that because that's something that people from the government, that value, that's a value that they carry on them. You know that when they are disciplined, there was no discipline measure put against them for their action. So they grew up with it. That's why you see some of them, they are full of God because society is not playing this. The home is not playing this role. The church is not playing this role, or whatever religion body is not playing this role. The school is not playing this role. So where do we go? We all around the place. Instead of teaching moral, why were a female dressed and all her body parts are outside? That's indecency. The way you dress is how people want to dress you. Why were a male dressed in all his private part, the shape of his private part is shown? That's indecent dress. So if people question, people are being lashed out for the way in they carry themselves, trust me, we will get a very the minds. That's what I always say. When the minds are developed, the eyes will appreciate the works of the hands. And to our talking point, we understand that this measure is being put in place by the authorities. That's not authority. We must do follow-ups. We must go beyond just press releases. Let's visit some of the public schools in the rural areas. Not Monrovia is not just like people. Go to the rural areas. See some of the environment our kids are learning under. See the environment. They have no chairs. They have nothing. Literally nothing. They are seated on the bare floor. The child leaves the home in the morning, go to school. When he comes back, you see him dusted up. You are playing you. There's no seat. So you have to sit on the ground. And the floor, there's no floor. Go to the rural areas and see the narrow and how our future leaders. It's not just about coming up with these measures. The minister, yes, we know it is for the safety. And definitely I must appreciate that because safety comes first. Most of the vehicles that we have buying the streets, we have evil people just all around the place. Through these kinds of gatherings and things, people, children get lost, and there are a lot of things you see the children. during gala celebration, get the children drinking in alcoholic beverages and things. That's indecent. You know what you are portraying to that child? Tell that child that, oh, look, when you grow up, when you wear instruction, oh my again. That's when I think the call and the call like that. That's how kind of way you get a child gun. Get that child gun is good. Come on. All these things is good. Celebrate your gala anniversary, but there are some elements you know, that's within that system need to be omitted. Ministry of education, you need to go beyond just these things. Visit the schools unannounced. Go and see instructors not going to class. But at the end of the day, the students after class now, schools are about to close. People are writing about one teacher who within a period of time, in a week, you not go to school twice. The rest of the days, you won't go. But at the end of the day, you gave a test and expecting the students to pass. You have not concluded, you have not gone through the curriculum, you have not taught the children basics. But yeah, you want to look, when you put in that assignment, you put something. Our children are growing up to be corrupt. You are teaching them there's no moral values. There's no moral. That's why you see, even it makes me when I listen to people who profess to be educated, hmm, who profess to be educated, addressing their leaders. So that tells me that you did not acquire that moral value while you were growing up. Back in the days, you don't just look at your elders and judge them anyhow. Because we have entrenched ourselves into this so-called politics, we have no fear, we have no moral value. Our values are taken away because of politics. Who are element you look at an element person and address him or her in a very awful way. And you say, yeah, you're speaking to the issue. It's hard to say. But the word, trust me, the Bible says that you are a fool, an educated fool. Because it is not all about your academics. It's about you acquiring morals. The moral values will be upheld at all times. You call it with a oh that one there. Come on, my brother. You can disagree to agree. You can disagree with somebody's actions in a very modest way, in a very respectable way. It shows that you are from a home. For some of you that have gotten yourself so much entrenched into this politics thing, you just talk anyhow to other people. Come on. It shows that you have no moral values. You do not acquire any value. It sets a negative picture on your upbringing. That's what I found on my friends who sit on radio and just talk anyhow. Some of them go there instead of abusing, using the F words and all kind of stuff. That is not journalism. That's being rude and people officials. You sit on public. That's what I found on my good friend and brother at the information ministry last time. You cannot address issues in a cooler manner. The information will not go across. You have a very serious national issue to address. Then because you are politically charged, then you get yourself to read insults. Come on. It shows that you have no moral value. So all the education you have acquired is just a waste because when you lack morals, it sends a negative picture on your upbringing, which has to do with your family, parental care, it sends a negative picture on your religion, It sends a negative picture on the school that you went to. It sends a negative picture, even the society. Some of you don't know. But because you have entrenched yourself into these politics things, so you just talk to people anyhow. Where are you coming from with this? No morals in society any longer. And I said, kudos to some of us who continue to uphold the moral values we acquire from our parents onward to the schools and the religious body we find ourselves. Let us maintain, let us uphold that moral standing. There will come a time that we will be appreciated. We may not be appreciated now. We may be seen as though there is a time that is coming. If you appreciate yourself being very modest in your utterances, upholding the moral values of society, eh? You won't be amongst the people who want when you have the time to say on the radio, he did this, he did that. He was very rude, he was very dark. That's why they say chastity. When you have chastity. Chastity begins at home and ends abroad. When you have been chastised for your wrongdoing, you grow up in a modest way. That's why I found parents, they don't need a primary passport. The boy is suffering. He's putting you on test for whatever that child does. In that context, they are testing your ability as a parent. So when you're little brother, small boy, little brother, the boy is the one saying, allow that child know what he or she is saying, but they are just trying to test your ability. When he does it, it's fine. The next time when you want to do it again, you know that the last time he was trying for the word that he used. So you won't want to venture around there to when he told the people, like I told you the last time, folks, my mom spanked me for crying for the brother thing. So you know what I said to me? After she spanked me, she told me my wrongdoing. She said, I want you to grow up being very appreciative. That's why I spent. I want you looking at people think to have that kind of that way jealousy comes in, envy comes in because the person get it wrong, so you want to. Life is about nothing you want. My son, life is waiting. That time come for you to get it, you will get it. You need not to get yourself into all sort of things. That's why you see a lot of young things nowadays, they are involved into all sort of group acts, and some of these acts have caused them the early demise. Some of these dubious acts have caused them for society to look at them the way they are now. Yesterday, I saw a very energetic young man. The time he should take to advance himself, and put himself in the right frame of mind to acquire knowledge or put the hands in doing something positive for himself. I saw that brother, a very huge copper died on his head. The died way overweight the man. He put it on because of that little cash. That's what he going to do it. That's what powerful to it. He went there. Drugs. He went there. Something to get intoxicated. People. That's why people will say, "Yeah, Bombay was heavy." So it was that day. Mhm. Yes. Bombay was so heavy for you to get to find that. So you decided to take that to be carrying around the thing. And something look at you in a very awful way. They tell me, oh, no, no, eh? When you pass and say, eh? The copper is a The school inside, your clothes, outside there, wash your right there. That is not look at you in a proper way. Say to you, my young, make sure to where people want you to be there, uphold the moral back. Not because you are associated with a political party, you are dressing leaders, you address them anyhow. Come on, my friend. So how you want people to address you? So when you are addressing the elderly people in a form and manner that you are addressing them in a very open form and manner, so when a child down the line address you that way, how will you put yourself in that shoes? The truth helps those on the positive side, those on the negative side. With that being said, our lines are now open 0778 665 087 105 are the numbers to call and contact for positive truth this morning. Let's talk about those things that matters. You have issues you want to raise tonight are open. Be very, very, very respectful about this and stick to the issue. Okay, you listen to one statement of the Ministry of Education and out of the Liberia National Police. What have you? A ban on the issue of parade, public parade, limit of safety of the kids. Is parading the main principal street, the lives are in danger. What do you say about that? 0887 0778 573 numbers and form part of the positive right here on Love FM 0778 5073 105. Yes, morals of society. You cannot occupy a space that comes high level of moral value and integrity. You see, that's what I found on some of our you are front to the lawmaker. Objection number 10. That office you occupied is a very sacred place. You have been seen as a role model. It is not your right. It's a privilege afforded you at the time. Serve gently with high moral integrity. You yet honorable, the word honorable on some of them because they are not honorable. They are not acting in the honorable. They cannot bear the name honorable and you are doing honorable things. Mhm. Yeah, you must engage that title. That title comes with all of responsibilities. You didn't just do anything anyhow. You just can't get involved with anything anyhow. You must have that moral value. You must respect the sanity of the society. When the kids hear you talking like that or using vocal languages, they think it is right because at your level, the office that you occupy, they think whatever that comes from you to be all right, they expect more of you. That's why I always found on my colleagues who sit on the radio on the very platform to use it and allow people to call and be insulting, all because they have that bitterness or disagreement with their political arch rivals. The radio is not a place for you to allow all sort of things. It's a very sacred place. You there have your listeners. Some of them they are moving to town, or driving the kids to school and listening to you. All you're doing there is using the F word, insulting leaders. You know what you're doing to them? You're abusing the mind. You are telling them that it's good for you to insult because for everything that someone hears on the radio, they believe it. So whatever is done on the radio, they take it. So be that change that you want to see. Be that agent of positive change. We who sit on these various platforms as journalists, we must be able to safeguard the space. Safeguard the space. Not because you are a fanatic of a political party or a politician, you just allow it anyhow. Yeah, people use the radio and you say that you're laughing. Oh yeah. And things say that journalism. No, my brother. Right? 0778 and the numbers to call this morning. While we are waiting for the show. Are you ready for the chance to win big? Love FM 105.1 and Win Liberia proudly present the Big Show Raffle Draw. Get ready to win amazing prizes every month. Giving away fantastic prize package. We're tuning for the 8-inch smart TV, a 4-month data subscription of your choice, and a 4-month Netflix account, all in one package for our lucky winner. How can you enter? It's easy. Most self-subscribers dial 255 star 455 and follow the simple instruction. The Big Show Raffle Draw starts on June 30th and the first draw August 1, 2025. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. For just $250 million, you could be a lucky winner. The more you play, the higher your chances of winning. It's the Big Show Raffle Draw. You can't afford to miss it. Powered by Win Liberia and Love FM 105.1. For more information, call 0886 946151 or 0778 249053. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's the Big Show Raffle Draw. You can't afford to miss it.
Destiny, but
Yeah, I guess you need a little extra cash for those unexpected expenses. Using Momo Loan, your quick and easy solution to financial freedom. Momo Loan is your cash flow, extra cash when you need it. Offering users quick financial support for things that truly matters. It's simple. First, you gotta register. Just dial *156 star and select extra cash. And remember, with Momo Loan, we are not just giving you cash. We are empowering you with knowledge for a greater financial future. Momo Loan is your cash flow, extra cash when you need it. Let's go. So don't wait. Get started today and take control of your finances with Momo Loan. Momo Loan, extra cash for the things that matter.
Social Night is that radio program aimed to engage listeners in meaningful discussions about social issues, community events, and present life transforming stories. Get the latest, get connected, and be in the fire. Passion is real, my friend. Embrace the new beginning. You are strong, you are wise, and wise beyond the thousand reasons why. You can be perfect because nobody is perfect. So embrace the new beginning with faith and music. With social night, you are not alone. Join us for laughter. This and every Wednesdays and Fridays, 10 to 11:30 p.m. Only on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live. It's social night.
If you want extra small money for the things that you're not expecting, let me tell you about Momo Loan. It is fast and easy way to be free with money problem. Momo Loan, the new way of taking care of things when you not get money. The first thing you gotta do is to register dial *156*5# and you will select extra cash. Hey man, that one, that easy credit there. Momo Loan, they're not just giving you money, oh, they are making you strong financially. Momo Loan are your fallback position, that you're dependable. Go get it. Don't wait, oh, go register today and control your money per hour with Momo Loan. Momo Loan, extra money for the things that are important to you.
Your car rental is bigger and better with affordable rides for you. Anywhere in Monrovia is $5 or its equivalent for a ride. You can order a ride anywhere within Cinco and Central Monrovia and pay just $5 or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. Airport drop off is $30 or its equivalent in Liberian dollar. And Painesville is just $15 Book your ride. Calling 0888 111 Once again, book your ride by calling 0888 You car renter, your affordable ride. It's a dine of a new day in broadcasting, and I've got news for you, radio and television stations owners and managers. Expert Communications Reporter is here to solve your equipment installation purchasing needs. At Expert Communications Consulting, we are the premier source for professional radio and television installation. Contact us today for the following: we build, install, and do servicing on towers from start to finish. We do a full installation of radio and television equipment, soundproof and brand radio and television studios of all kinds. We do repairs on radio and television equipment. We do order radio and television equipment as well as spare parts from Italy. The biggest news is we have state-of-the-art solar broadcasting system, solar power. So, look no further for your communication perfection. Expert Communication Consulting is also for professional radio and television installation. Are located on 10th Street in Cinco, Monrovia, right in the technology building. You can be contacted on 231-886-462632 or 231-770-462632 or email us at owusup33@yahoo.com. Expert Communication Consultant, your premier source for professional radio and television installation. Okay, after the commercial commitment, we right back to speak to your pensions. Especially, yeah, because driving full brand new, some other things, and you refer to yourself as future leaders. For some of us, we are in the future. They are saying, I'm already in the future. So I'm preparing the future of my children. I must put my right frame of mind. Whatever I get myself involved with, it has a serious effect on the future of my children. Not because I have the means to sit on radio and talk, so I must get involved into all sorts of things at the end of the day because I want to get handouts, I want to get associated with the power that or people that are up there. No, there is a one thing a lot of you young people don't realize. Whatever you do today, it has a serious impact on your tomorrow. If you will not directly be affected, children's children be affected. Some of the things that your forefather did, it still have an impact on you. So move on, man. Your father was that. What did he do? And when your father was involved into the negative things that took place in this country, it has a serious negative implication on your whole marriage because you will continue to live with that action, that action of your parents in particular was not favorable. Let me say, sit and ask yourself for the number of years you've been involved with this anything. Hmm? For the number of years you've been involved with this politicking, what have you personally, what have you achieved? Outline your achievement and calculate your age comparing to other young people who have taken up the time to focus on the growth. That's why a lot of you become envious of other young people who have strived along the way to make themselves better for the society. The time you take it to be passing a chatting part of crowd, oh, say, Jabez, please, Jabez, please. Time is not moving. You could be acquiring someone and doing somewhere, and you be able to put your hands to work, earn something for yourself. Day in, day out, some of you just have to read public areas. You talk, and at the end of the day, you say that somebody come by and they are tired or internet, but man, yeah, mail, yeah, that's one thing that army order, yeah, but Bama wanna cover China, Bama wanna cover one, be back where you have the lots of time to acquire the necessary knowledge that will make you useful to the society. They know. You don't be around the politics. You know what it's about. But those who involve themselves in politics, they got who told you say they got proper position. For some of you, it's just like a fine cat. Nothing more holding you. The same people you can be who say all the one and for. The same one who will sit and just laugh. So one question. Oh, I kept on picking that way. Because making yeah, making Mike call you to go and cause confusion, call you to go be thrown back. Let me say to you again, as the people continue to do the mobilization, I know, for July wedding, the Thomas, it doesn't work the price. Hmm? It doesn't work the it's not a fun to the organizers, you have your rights, but it doesn't work the time of you, a young man or a young woman. Some of the people that are passing along here now, galvanizing all of the support from you. When was the last time you looked away to make that positive impact to transform you from being a battle cry person to being self-sustained? When all around here when they have opportunity to transform your life, they're wishing themselves, buying luxury of cars, they the trenches with you, the trenches with you. So, yeah, this is your right. It is an inalienable right. It is a right to freedom of speech. It is a right to this. And somebody, sometimes I get laugh when I hear some of these press conferences, when I hear some of the words and some of the people who can bring this kind of message. That's why in journalism, emphasis is placed on the message and the messenger. You may have a good message, yes, which is very good. Message. But who is that messenger? The message may be good, but the messenger is not the right person. This messenger that is coming with loyalty and you have the right to do this, you have the right to do that. When he has the power, when he has the opportunity, then he allow you to exercise the enemy right. Hmm? As I said, this man are coming here to me, tell me say, oh, I need to go and demonstrate. I need to do this one. When was the last time when I needed peace or I needed money to get out to my family or to go for a medical checkup? He never looked away with all of the messages, with all of the phone calls. But number 121, the number 121. The phone rings. She will not answer. But today, because what they had in the hand has power. The late June Dopo said in a song, power is like a pin with the camera. Power is no. So in order to do what they can do to get the power, they come back to you because you are not far-sighted. You are not developmental oriented. You are not looking at your future. You growing up from your 20s. You are there as a battlecraft this one, battlecraft that one, growing up in the battlecraft ranks. What have you achieved? What are the gifts? Some of them, while you are there chanting battlecraft, they send their children to school with foreign knowledge. Now the parents are leaving the fray. The children entering to be your leader. So if you say you can be leader too. I'm talking to you, my young man, my sister. I'm listening. I'm watching. You can be leader too. That's why Mahatma Gandhi said the difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing will surface to solve most of the world's problems. Ask yourself, does it worth me being always at the forefront of violence? Does it worth me being at the forefront of negative things? When people are recording negative transactions, they think about me. When it comes to positive things, no. Come on. Advisor. The best advisor, oneself. I have a platform. I can sit here and denigrate anybody, and at the end of the day, the information is going across. And then, well, what would you do? Holding the moral value that I obtained from my parents? Instill that value. So the fear to even look at elderly people and lash at them brought up that way. Some of you, you came from a very well recognized and disciplined family. But because you have entrenched yourself into this so-called politics thing, you have no fear again. You have no worry. You don't know how to even talk to other people any longer. Just accept them. And you say that politics, oh, come on. That's why I'm like, let people speak you young men. Speak the way you speak. Then you start to say, I get master's degree, I get PhD, I get this. Degrees become questionable because the honorary academics, it comes with moral. That's the first thing you should learn. Morals. Moral. Upholding morals to the highest extent. No matter how pressed you will be. Because that is the very to your achievement in life. How painful it is. That buckler or but. Yeah, people saying but. That $43 million but. You respect all of the people. You can just talk to people anyhow. Come on, time for you. That's a good thing for you, my young man. Not a good thing for you, sister. That's why the last time I found out, and I will continue to say, those who are not peace of government, hmm? It doesn't call for you to be combative. You can literally carry on your information dissemination or respond to issues of national concern without using invectives that the ordinary people will understand on when to speak. So, what's the difference between a man who is not at your level and you? Man who never in the so you two that in the clean clothes, you take on the tab. What sense does it make? You know, the responses in a very respectable manner that even the real man what is unfolding because the office you occupied of moral integrity, tolerance is a word of caution for all of us. It's a word of do not be overly zealous. Sometimes because of your zealous, you cross the line. Yes, yeah. And don't think that word is not working. Think that it's not working. And the listing not now for people to see you have better. So I say this to say, respective areas, professional cycle. Some of you that find yourself in governmental cycles. Your professional life should not be tied to the political life. I know some of you cannot do with politics. So that in a professional cycle, be professional. Don't mix politics with professional. No. Somebody papi them. Is now say yes. 20, 20 years, 40 years, 45 years, 35 years. Government have come, government have gone, they stayed there because you drew the line. Politics and professionalism cannot go together. You want to be a politician, remain in your space of politics, in the space of professionalism. Hmm? Politics should go first. That's why a lot of you government pass, you cannot get job. You know you pay while you were serving. Not because you are from this party or you working in this government. So you come on, my friend, you're a professional person. That's why you are brought to the professional side. Hmm? Some of you who occupy public offices, you don't take into consideration the thing that guide you, the discipline, the code of conduct, the code of conduct. You don't read it. It got serious limitation on the involvement with political things while you are in a professional side. So many things to all of you who followed. We appreciate your following. The invitation is yours to join us at Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm here. Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Farm for my and always you. I will say two things in this life you always will and the problems you solve. You take responsibility of your fortune and that of your misfortune. A union consultant, what about our rights to prove we over or prevail? That meant our country cost depending do have to be. My name is Professor Marconet. Eat another follow. But monkey first. I'm destined for greatness. Follow the rest. Okay, bye bye.